sitting down in the field of my van, I'll turn it on. But other than that, it's like, rush, 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 do this, do that.
That's for us all.
Well, not all.
It's
Some of them, they
for,
got it good. They got it good.
oh well, I'm not retired,
Yeah,
so I do. When you was like, "What do you do it up so early?" I'm at work. I do have to go to work.
Alrighty.
We're gonna get ready to get started.
This is Prophet Blake, and you are listening to Worship Radio International, the world's #1 online Christian radio station.
Good evening, good evening, good evening, and welcome to Biz Talk with DeAndre. And I'm your host, DeAndre Ford. And today we have a special guest, Miss Chenauda Harris. And she's going to talk to us today about credit. Now, I know you're out there, got credit questions, but since we don't have our line to dial in, I got some questions I'm going to ask. I'm going to let her give some information that I'm quite sure a lot of people are always asking or they want help with. And we got the credit expert here, Miss Chenauda Harris. So I hope everybody out there that is listening has had a great week thus far. And again, we're at Wednesday, hump day, hump day, hump. We're ready to hump on over there into Thankful Thursday. And then it's TGI, thank God it's Friday.
I know, right?
And even for like some of us who work those maybe 6 days, even Saturday, we still look forward to that Friday. Again, even mentally, it's like, it's here. I can kind of, it won't be so bad Saturday.
I don't do Saturdays.
You don't do Saturdays? Mm-mm. She don't do Saturdays.
Nope. Mm-mm.
Oh, I don't do Saturdays. I do credit.
You got that right.
Man. Right. So again, I'm excited. Again, my mom, I thank you all for your prayers. She's doing really well. She was in a car accident. And matter of fact, I talked to her. She's like, I'm going to be watching right before she go to church. So she'll be in church this evening for that Bible study.
All right.
So again, I've had a great week. It's been a long week because I'm one of those that work that 9-to-5 job in addition to doing my business. So again, for those entrepreneurs and business people out there, keep grinding. And again, it's not a bad thing because again, us that are believers, let God handle that heavy work. So again, we can only do stuff in the natural, but you let God put that super on that natural to get that supernatural. So we're going to have a supernatural day and a great day.
Yes.
But if you've been watching Biz Talk with DeAndre, we start off each day with some affirmations. So today, we're going to go ahead and start with a few affirmations today. And if you're just joining us for the first time, welcome. And if you're first time, you haven't heard these affirmations, so they'll be new to you. But for those who have been following me each and every Wednesday night, you're going to repeat them because, again, consistency will bring that change. So you got to not do it just one time or two times, over and over and over. Just like if I was Michael Jordan and one of the basketball players shooting that jump shot, I can't just throw it in there and it falls and then I'm like, I'm done. So every time I jump to the line, it goes in. Got to do it over and over. Like I always tell my kids, practice to me makes better. Because again, that perfection, they got to go in every time to me. God is perfect, but we can get better and better and better.
Definitely.
So let's go ahead and start with off some of these affirmations today. You am the architect of my life. I build its foundation and choose its contents. Again, we got to build a foundation. There got to be something hard that you got to stand on. Oh, I ain't messing you up right there. So we have a foundation we build on, and then we choose. You choose. Each and every day we choose. We make decisions. Definitely. So we choose the contents that goes into our life. There might be some toxic people in our lives, but we choose to let them stay there. And then we're, discouraged. We're saddened. No, we got to say bye-bye. It might be some relationships. You got to say bye-bye. It might be some business connections or that you have. You got to say bye-bye. So again, I am the architect of my life. I build its foundation and I choose its contents. Another one. Each and every morning, today I am brimming with energy and I'm overflowing with joy. We just talked about joy. You're talking about that joy.
Definitely.
So again, I'm just overflowing. You're brimming with energy. Again, some people just, even when I go into a business, and especially if you're at that counter, I expect a smile, some positive energy. Sometimes I go in there and you're looking down, or you're just like, why are you here? You're doing me a favor. And it's like, I might just walk out. And then sometimes I'll email that owner, because a lot of times that owner of that business doesn't know. You go into an interview, you show the best that you have. You put on that facade because you want that job. And so then you go into that job and think you're at home, or, you don't do what the business owner is expecting you to do and not what the customer is expecting. So, a customer leaves, the money goes down. The business owner doesn't know why. It could be that employee. So again, you got to do that proper training. So again, today I am brimming with energy and overflowing with joy. Another one. You got to say this one every day. My body is healthy. My mind is brilliant. And my soul is tranquil. Again, a lot of things are going to happen. You're going to have people just go off for no reason. But you want to have your spirit and your soul just tranquil. Peace. Again, I always tell people, peace is something that you can't put a price tag on.
No.
You can get rid of some folks and peace. So you can't put a price tag on it. And last, I am superior to negative thoughts and low actions. I'm superior to that. You can't put me down on your level. So again, somebody you get into it and confrontation or something. Again, I try to walk away. I try. Stay cool, calm, collective, and with that tranquil soul. And last one. I have been given endless talents, which I begin to utilize today. Again, God has given each and every one of us different talents, multiple talents. But how many of us can tap into all of those talents? It might be one or two that you just, you really see and can stand out. But there's so many other ones that you have to find. Remember just last night talking to my daughter, get online and, do some research on some different things to find out what you like. Because again, sometimes just being stereotypical, you look into something like, no, I don't want to do that because, I'm not interested in that. But until you try it, you'll never know. So again, we all have been given endless talents, but you're going to utilize yours today. So again, I got this gift to talk and get kind of animated, so I'm using it. And again, God will make room for those talents and everything that you have. So again, I like to start each day off with affirmations, and it's something positive, and you speak it every day. Like again, put it on your wall, put it on your mirror, put it in your car, put it on your refrigerator, at your job. That job that you're trying to get away from, for those who are entrepreneurs or aspiring to leave, put it up on your cubicle there. Different affirmations, and speak them every day. Again, even if you're not a business owner or aspiring to be one, you're just who you are. Use affirmation. Teach your children affirmations. Teach your grandchildren. Again, it's something positive. And again, you're speaking it, using that tongue to speak these positive things where they will come into existence. So again, I've just had a great week, brimming with that excitement. And I know a lot of you have a lot of questions out there for credit. Matter of fact, let me see if I can pull up something real quick here. Maybe I could do it there. And voila. There we go. Now, I was just looking at this here from Shonda, talking about the power of credit. First of all, before we get started, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Okay, well, I'm going to start with my little affirmation. I am Chenauda, that powerful, wealthy credit specialist, actually financial specialist, bringing to you solutions to your financial matters.
Wow. So how long have you been into like finance or credit?
Actually, prior to getting into the credit part of this industry, I used to be a couponer. So I taught how to save money. I always thought that it was so important that, okay, yes, we make money, but we got to figure out ways to save money
yeah.
and to make our money last and to make our money grow. A lot of us don't know how to have a savings. We have more month than we have money.
Oh, I remember them.
So, we can relate. The first of the month, you get your check, you pay your bills, but by the fifth of the month, you're like, where's the rest of the money? And you still have 25, 30 days left in the month to go.
Tell me about
So, a lot of people need to understand that we're teaching life skills. These are fundamentals that a lot of us at my age, your age, probably was not taught in school.
No.
Tools and skills that we needed to learn. Therefore, we probably wouldn't have made some of the mistakes that we made as adults. But the benefit of it is now that we have people such as myself and a team of others across the country teaching, we're hoping to help make a difference because there's over 65 million people
Wow.
that have less than perfect credit in the United States.
Wow. Say that number again.
65 million.
65 million. So it's a good chance that you might be in that 65 million.
Exactly.
So don't be afraid. You're not alone to seek
Oh, you're not
information.
You are not alone.
Not alone.
You think your neighbor, just because they have a Mercedes, they got good credit.
Right.
Not necessarily so.
Wow.
And I'm just being very transparent and very real with that is just because you do have a Cadillac or a Mercedes Benz, you could still be paying 18 to 25% interest.
Ouch. Ouch. That's a lot.
So that's a whole nother car.
So that means you don't have the amount of money coming in. You got all this you're spending out on that big car note and the house note and the insurance and everything else. On the outside, living large and you're getting the nice bag. You're going out to the concert. You're using that credit card.
Mm-hmm.
So you're saying they can get into debt and
Major debt.
major debt. Major debt.
Major debt.
Wow. So you're going to show us either how to kind of get out of that debt or get in the right direction of getting out of debt, or just if you're new, what you need to do to start off to not get into the debt, to avoid it.
Correct. As I stated before, over 65 million people are impacted with less than perfect credit and just totally don't have a clue about what to do. First of all, let's start by talking about the credit score, the credit scoring.
Yeah, there's
a
so
lot of
many
people
different-
don't
yeah.
understand the credit scoring. First of all, the credit bureaus themselves are not governed by the United States government. They're not an entity of the government. However, they control so much of what you and I as consumers can and cannot do.
Wow.
Your credit is checked for utilities, cell phone. If you're applying for an apartment, housing, buying a car, the credit score matters. A lot of people don't realize that. But this is the reason that you have over 1.2 million people that rent because their credit score is not high enough for them to rent, or they don't have a credit score at all.
Wow. So how is it you could be an adult or of age and don't have a credit score at all?
Because you have an established credit.
Having established credit.
So, on my show, Let's Fix It with Chenauda, we talked about establishing credit, on what you need to do to establish credit right out the gate at 18, whether you're getting a secured card or you're getting just a small loan, just certain things that are in your name to build your credit.
Right.
A lot of people don't realize the importance of it. And then once you get that credit, how to manage that credit is certainly important.
That's real important. Then you don't want to go ahead and starting off and you get stellar credit 18, 19, 20, then all of a sudden you mess it up. Wow.
Okay. Even with looking at the credit scores,
You got
a lot of people don't
you got that
realize.
little voice, right? Make sure it carries.
Okay. A lot of people don't realize that very poor credit starts at 350 to 550. So
350.
350 is the lowest.
350. So if you got a 350, at least you're on the chart. You're on the chart.
Well, that's the lowest that you can get.
You're on the chart.
but not too many people gonna lend to you with a 350.
No. I'm just saying, if you all messed up,
Yeah, you on the
you got
chart.
somewhere where you got to go.
You on the chart,
Yeah.
and you got to start somewhere, I guess.
Right.
So 350 to 550, you're very poor with your credit score. If you're looking at the 550 range to 649, you're just in the poor range.
Yeah.
650 to 699, you're fair. So lenders are a little bit more lenient to try to lend to you. And once you get to the 700 club, you're in the good credit score. But of course, 750 and above, you're excellent. And so this is the other thing a lot of people don't realize. Even once you get a 750, if you got to the highest that you can get at 850, the benefits are not going to change. So only thing that's going to change is bragging rights. That you can say, I got an 850
I got
credit
850.
score. But, how many people do you know got an 850? Oh, okay. I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Okay, now what about a FICO? What is FICO score?
That was the FICO score.
Okay,
That was the FICO scoring. What we just talked about.
so the highest is 850 on that.
The highest is the 850 on the chart. So if you have 750 to 850, you pretty much can walk in, buy a car, no money down, 1 to 2% interest, if anything, and your credit is like excellent. So you could pretty much write your own ticket.
Okay.
You have the American Express Platinum card, with that limit, even though they want their money.
What,
They want
30
their
days?
money in full when you get that in the mail. So I don't have one of those.
But almost there.
But you know what? I think once I get there, I don't really want one. I don't need one. You learn to manage your money. You don't need all these cards. A lot of people tend to. A lot of it is more so bragging rights. Once again, that you have stellar credit and you've got this platinum card. You still got to pay the bill in full when you get it,
Gotta have that income keep on coming in.
and you still got to have the money there to pay it. So
Wow. Now let's switch gears here. What about I see on the flyer that you guys do like bankruptcies. Now, what's the difference between 13, chapter 17? What's the difference?
I don't really get into the types of bankruptcies, but to answer your question about our services, about handling bankruptcies, if you're doing a credit restoration with us, if your bankruptcy has been discharged, meaning it's no longer being handled in the courts, you're not paying into it, we are able to have that removed off of your credit report. Because the myth is that a lot of people think that it's supposed to stay on your report for seven years
And then drop off.
and it comes off. Not true. Not true. But if you're in collections, foreclosures, repos, medical bills, student loans, those are the types of items that we're able to have removed off of your credit report. Anything that's negative and erroneous,
Okay.
all those things have to be proven. And most of the time, if they're in collections, the original person or company that you took that debt out with didn't sell all of that stuff or transfer all the papers to the debt collector with your information. So therefore, if that debt collector can't prove this is DeAndre's, they have to remove it by law.
So that big word you use, erroneous. Some of us, we don't know what erroneous means. What does erroneous mean?
Erroneous is errors. So
Errors.
let's just say there was a mistake. Your bill was $3.99, but you only owe $3.50. It's a mistake.
Erroneous information.
They have to prove it.
Okay.
It has to be proven.
Wow.
And most recently, I've been getting a lot of calls for the 2 breaches that are out there.
I was gonna ask you that.
You've got the Equifax breach and you have the Capital One breach. Let me address the Equifax breach. If you have been a part of that, or you don't know if you are a part of that, if you get a hold of the link, I have it directly on my page on Let's Fix It with Chenauda on Facebook, or I know Click on Detroit, WDIV, has a direct link where you can click on it and you're able to plug in some of your information. They're going to ask you some important questions, and they will populate if you were impacted by it. If you were impacted by it, you are entitled to $125.
Ah, $125. Who can use extra $125?
Hey, free money is free
Yeah.
money. And really not free money, it's really your money.
Yeah, plus your information is out there.
Exactly.
Yeah,
So,
and I know also you could either get the money on one of them or you can get
credit repair,
credit monitoring.
credit identity protection,
Okay.
which we offer as well. So if you're one of my clients, you've already been protected
Okay.
because we offer identity protection.
Great. You definitely want to contact Chenauda. So another, we were talking about credit and everything, and just to get your take on it. Now they say the economy is really booming right now. Everything. Me personally, I still don't see it. I guess I'm the little person down here, and some of my circle of people. There's some people that are doing good, but for a good many that aren't doing well in the economy, and also trying to maintain their credit score, what do you say? How do you get a balance?
I'm going to say this. Short-term sacrifice. Short-term sacrifice. And I'm going to say it a third time. Short-term sacrifice. You sacrifice some time and a few dollars for a short period of time to free up some other money that you do have access to. You just have to cut out some of the things that you really don't need or deem necessary. Like, for instance, a lot of people say, I can't afford credit repair. Well, if you buy cigarettes, Starbucks, if you buy lunch, you can afford it. My program is less than $3 a day.
Can I eat $3 right now? Get start.
$3 a day.
$3 a day.
So it's affordable, and it's something that's doable if you make that sacrifice and make that commitment to wanting to change. But in addition to wanting to make that short-term sacrifice, once you get that credit in order, you have to have that mindset to discipline yourself that you're not going to run that bill back up again. You're not going to overcharge. You're not going to max out those cards. You're going to get your life together real quick, fast, and in a hurry so that you do have buying power, as well as show that you are responsible to open up the lines of credit for other opportunities, for other things to be offered to you. Because the more that you max out your score, max out your cards, the lower that score drops. And I think a lot of people don't understand that whole credit score concept as to how that comes into play and what that really means. So I'm going to give you a couple of facts about what makes up that credit score, because a lot of us don't understand the components as to what they're looking for when you're talking about that credit score.
Yeah, it's important to know. And again, I go back to, if you're going to a destination, you want to have a map to get there. So again, to me, it's the same analogy. So yeah, give us those components. And while she's getting that information, just want to let you know that you're listening to Biz Talk with DeAndre, and this is on Worship Radio International. Yeah, I almost got a little tongue-tied here, but with my energy. So, yeah, so definitely, I hope you got your pen, you got a notepad, been taking some notes. Chenauda's been giving out some great information on credit, and now she's looking up the components that make up that credit score, or what you need as far as, your balance and what you got to pay. And yeah.
Okay. Well, 35% of your credit score is comprised of your payment history. So you've got to pay your bills on time. A lot of people don't realize that the payment date that comes in on your bill, that's the date that they're reporting to the credit bureau. That's not the date that you should really be paying your bill.
Wait,
So
say that again.
the date that's on your bill,
Date that's on the bill.
the due date,
Due date.
is the date they report to the credit bureau. So you want to pay at least 2 to 3 days beforehand, depending on the processing time for whatever bill you're paying, for it to reach them and be processed before it hits that due date. Because once it goes on that due date, you run the risk of it hitting your credit report and you taking a hit.
Mm.
So to me, a point is something to me.
Yeah.
You know, when you're working on improving your credit, if you are in a situation where you see increases, you don't want to
Don't
be
want a decrease.
penalized for a decrease because you made a mistake and didn't have the right information. And I'm giving you the right information. 30% of your credit score is your debt. So how much do you owe? So 15% is your credit history. So those of you that think that if you go close out a debt, pay things off, that's going to help you. It's going to hurt you. You're going to take a hit. Know that. And it's not going to be a small hit when you close it out because you're closing off that history. You're closing out the amount
Yep.
as well and the type of credit that you have. You're closing it out. So you're going to take at least an 8 point or more hit
Wow.
by doing that. So I always tell people pay it down, but not necessarily pay it off. And if you're going to pay something off, replace it with something else so you don't take that hit. Have that something else in place before you close it out, if that makes sense.
Yeah. And so far, this is a lot of information that they don't give you. So even myself, I'm like, okay, as long as I got it by the due date, but I didn't know that that's the date they report on.
That's the reporting date.
And so now I got to kick it back 2 or 3 days and go ahead and pay it. So again, if they don't give you this information, or if you're not armed with information like you're given, you're taking hits and taking chances.
Exactly. So 10% of your credit also makes up your credit score, and then new credit. You don't want to have a whole bunch of new credit. So don't run out there and let me figure out how to, I know Christmas time is coming. They tempt you with,
Free.
if you open up a charge, we're going to give you an extra 25% off. Or if you open up this charge card, we're going to give you this.
Right.
Don't do it.
Don't do it.
It's going to make an impact on your score, hands down. And please fact check me. You can find this information that I'm giving out on Google. It is free. I do free consultations for those that are in need of assistance, don't know what direction to turn into in terms of, do I file bankruptcy? Do I get into a credit restoration program? We have lots of people that are on the fence. A lot of people think bankruptcy is the direction to go. Bankruptcy is just a restructuring of your payments, and you're paying the debt, versus a credit repair. If they can't prove the debt, you're not paying the debt, you're deleting the debt off of your credit report, and your score is going to increase.
Wow.
So there's a whole lot of components to this. Like I stated before, we was not taught in school. But one thing that we do from our company, we do go into the schools and we offer financial literacy programs to ages 8 to 18.
Okay.
And I'm super excited about our youth financial literacy program. We had a school, it was Detroit Arts and Science. They went and they sang for President Barack Obama and Michelle Obama before they left office. And it was outstanding because our company helped fund that through the financial literacy program. And then every year our company gives away scholarships for those that are graduating from high school, so the seniors as well as freshmen in college. We have a scholarship contest, and it's an essay contest, and you're given a topic which is on finance, and you do an essay. But we gave away over
scholarships.
$350,000 this year in scholarship monies. One of my personal followers' daughters was a recipient of $7,000.
Yes.
So I'm super excited.
Education.
I can't wait to see all the people that are going to apply in October.
Wow.
When the contest starts again. I just,
Wow.
I'm just totally amazed. Me being a parent as well as a former college student myself, I know college is not
It's
cheap.
a struggle
Um,
sometimes.
the winner this year walked away with $25,000.
Mm.
So, with the other scholarship monies that he received on top of what we gave, he said he didn't have to take out a student loan.
Yes.
So that's
Yes.
what I'm talking about.
Wow.
Um, being able to help our youth, educate our youth. But the one thing when I met the young man in Vegas, because our company flies the winner out to Vegas for our convention to give them their reward, and he spoke and he basically stated that, now I know what to do.
Mm.
So we're arming the children with the ammunition that we didn't have as adults to be a little bit more financially responsible.
Wow.
And I think that if you and I both probably had this information at 18,
Oh,
we probably would have made better decisions.
yeah. The old adage: you know better, you do better.
Exactly.
Man, it's big scholarship money.
Hmm.
Is it too late? Can I apply?
I think you're a little too old.
I'm a little too old. 18? Okay, Pat. Okay. All right, let's keep on. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Wow. Again, it's all about arming yourself with the information.
Exactly.
And I even said this just a couple of days ago. I was talking to somebody. Even though we have more information, we have the technology. This is a mini computer right here,
Mm-hmm.
and we can research everything. But if you're still in a lazy mindset, you're not going to do it.
Right.
I mean, if you're still sitting playing the video games when you could be doing something else, or you're just looking up junk, you're still going to be in the same place that you're in.
Most definitely.
So, yeah, there's been a lot of great information on credit restoration. Now, credit restoration, I know it depends on how bad it is, probably, but what's like maybe the typical price range for something, something like that?
Our prices can vary. High end under $200 and under $100 a month. I normally don't give out any pricing. I'd rather do personal consultations,
yeah.
because the situations vary. But along with our program, we give more than just the credit restoration piece. You get a credit attorney. So
wow.
let's just say, for instance, you have somebody that's calling you, threatening you. We're going to come take your car. We're going to come do this. We're going to do that. We're going to garnish you. We have credit attorneys on retainer for every single client.
Wow.
So we're able to help fight the battle for you. If you were to have a special attorney on retainer to assist you with your situation, you're gonna pay $1,500. You're gonna pay $150
Wow.
just to retain the attorney, at least, depending on who you get. We also offer will trust power of attorney service, which is something really near and dear to my heart, as gloomy as that may sound. A lot of us don't like to talk about a will or a trust or a power of attorney, but it's such an important document that should be in place in every single household. For the simple fact, not having that can just tear a family apart at one of the most traumatic times in your life.
Wow.
You lose a parent, a sibling, a child, and there's no will, there's no trust, and you got the older sibling usually tries to take charge of everything, and it may not go the way the other siblings want things to go. Things may
So now it's all ugly and the family's torn apart,
right.
going through.
You're already grieving because you done lost a loved one.
Exactly.
Now you got to go through the finances, and we all know that money can be the root of all evil, but that just brings out the ugly
Brings out the
in
ugly.
family. And how many times do you see a GoFundMe because we don't have enough money to put our loved ones in the grave in the event something happens?
Yeah, we all got to take that. We all got to leave
So that's why I always say, if nothing for nothing, our program is far beyond credit repair and gives you so much value with things that you need for your life. You also getting budgeting tools. So we're going to show you how to take your budget, all the monies that you have coming in. So if you've got $5,000 coming in for the whole month of August, we're going to plug in that $5,000 into a profile and show you how to strategically pay your bills so it doesn't impact your credit score.
Okay.
And we want to make sure that when you leave our program, you're educated on the process of what you need to do to continuously be financially stable. Because what's the point of being on the program if you're going to repeat bad habits? I mean, there is no point. We want to put you in a better position than what you came to us in.
Wow.
Financially. So that is truly our goal. And my goal is to make sure that we are handling, giving you solutions to your financial matters. So I don't just like talk about credit. I want to give you other things. I'm going to tell you different recommendations on credit unions that are friendly with lending money. I'm going to provide business sourcing for those entrepreneurs that are looking for business loans that can't get business loans in our regular banks.
Okay.
We have lots of sourcing. I personally do, and I spend a lot of time with taking pride in consulting because it's so important that you have the right information and then you walk away with something that you really need and that can help be of value to you.
You can use. Wow. Well, again, like I said in the very beginning, a wealth of information. Usually not enough time. It can go on and on, especially with credit.
Definitely.
And I'm glad that you mentioned about the business credit and the business folks that we have out here, because mostly that's what we have watching. So they definitely want to get in contact
Most
with you.
definitely.
So give the listeners and the viewers your information if they can contact you.
Okay, you can contact me at 734-752-8818. That is my phone number. I am on Facebook at Chenauda M. Harris. I'm on Instagram at Chenauda. And my email address is that is my website address, www.chenaudaharris.com. And my email address is letsfixitwithchenauda@gmail.com. And just to add, on this coming Tuesday, I'll be in the city of Inkster at the Inkster National Night Out from 5 to 9 at the police department on Michigan Avenue, just east of Beach Daily and west of Gully. And we'll be there August 6th, again from 5 to 9. I'll have a table out there, so stop by the table. I'll be doing some trip giveaways.
Ooh.
And we can chat about your situation and have some fun in the city of Inkster. So I look forward to seeing some of your listeners out there and hanging out.
Sounds like a winner. Now, she's also here on Worship Radio International, has her own show, podcast as well. And tell them what day and time they can catch you.
You can catch me on Mondays here at Worship Radio International at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm live with Let's Fix It with Chenauda.
Let's fix it with Chenauda. Well, I definitely have enjoyed you, and thank you for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
Yes.
It's been awesome.
Well, just sit back. We got a couple more minutes, and I started a new thing called Biz Spotlight. We're going to spotlight a business.
You're such a foodie. Where did you eat this week?
Well, this week, we are putting in our Biz Spotlight. It's called, matter of fact, I got it here. I went today and it's a healthy place.
Oh, okay.
In the neighborhood. Last couple places I've gone to and put on Biz Spotlight were on the west side. But today, I had to get some love to the east side.
Okay.
So today, I went by Arvita Life Juice Bar and Eatery And again, health is wealth. And I just took some pictures here. And the owner is April Offset. And it's on Harper. It's right just east of Van Dyke. And yeah, it's on Harper. I hope I had the address here, but I can't find it. I had a brochure and everything, but I was worried about my food and I left out without it. So if you're on Facebook, or you can look her up, it's RVITA, Arvita, and it's Juice Bar and Eatery. And it's on Harper Street on the east side of Detroit. Again, beautiful. Took some pictures in there. Everything is green.
So what did you have?
I had a smoked turkey sandwich. I wanted something quick because I didn't want to wait.
Smoked turkey sounds good.
It was smoked turkey, and it had the lettuce, tomato. What else is on there? But it was good. I even texted her back. I'm like, this is the bomb. This is great. This is good. And then I wanted some energy. I wanted to be brimming with more energy. So I had a energy drink with mango. Matter of fact, I had her text me the ingredients. I'm like, what is in it? What is in it? So she texts me. And again, it's April, and that's Apryl, Offset, Auset. So you want to look her up on Facebook. And let me see, there she is right there. And it was a smoked turkey with yellow peppers, tomatoes, almond cheese. It wasn't just pasteurized cheese. It was almond cheese with healthy cheese with onions. Then I had an energized smoothie with mango, peaches, banana, and sea moss.
Okay.
And the taste was good. Usually it's like, oh, it's healthy and they got to get through it.
Well, you lost me with the sea moss, but okay.
All right, take the sea moss out of the shit. All right, April, make her an energized smoothie without the sea moss. Give her some spinach. Give her some kale. Put it in.
Oh, no.
All right. She stick to the credit with no health. Come on, we gotta get it in there.
I didn't say that. The only way I'm going to inhale some greens is that it's a pot of greens with some,
Oh, I just made some of them last week.
I had some
with
too.
Cornbread.
And some cornbread, some hot water cornbread, or some skillet cornbread. We talking.
Whoa.
But in a drink, no,
Yeah.
we cannot have a conversation. So
See, we ain't got to the food side here. That's why you got to go ahead and give some love offering so we can extend this show so we can have a food segment. So I want to have a food segment. I go around to all the different restaurants in the Detroit area, the metro area, give reviews and whatnot. I like that part. We keep the business. So again, it's $ BizTalkDeandre or PayPal at biztalkdeandre@gmail.com. So again, I have enjoyed it. We got our Biz Spotlight, Arvita over there on Harper with the fresh. Yeah, you had the vegetables or the fruit that was in there. Take it and mix it up for the smoothie. And again, it's right in the neighborhood where usually it's what they call it a desert because there's no fruits, there's no vegetables, and then it's far away to a grocery store. Instead of getting the juicy burger or some of the greasy other stuff, you can go right to Arvita's and get you a healthy meal and reasonable. It's not like it's asking, oh, she got lobster tails. Yeah, she got shrimp.
hey,
Yeah, she got all this
Now
good
you
stuff there.
talking.
Oh, now I'm talking. Wow. So again, I've enjoyed today, just like every other day. I enjoy life. And again, with God, anything is possible.
Yes.
And let God put that super on your natural. So again, as we close out today, hope to see each and every one of you. Share the video. Share it. Tell people about it. Put it on your Instagram. Put it on your, I don't do chat. What is that? Snapchat. Yeah. Put it on your Facebook. Share. Contact me with your business owners, your entrepreneurs. We got to all work together and network. So again, I've enjoyed tonight's session here with Chenauda Harris, the Fix It Credit woman here. And again, thank you for listening to Biz Talk with DeAndre. Take care. God bless. Love you. And see you next Wednesday at 6 p.m.
This is Prophet Blaine, and you are listening to Worship Radio International, the world's #1 online Christian radio station.